Hey guys, what's up? It's Little Pepper Lady here. It's Tuesday, July. Oh crap, don't know the date. July 16th, 2019. I got ants on my table. Sorry. Flick them away. Maybe I should get out my magnifying glass and fry them. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay. So let's talk about Lyme disease today. Obviously, since it's summer and I live in a very wooded area, New York State has a lot of wooded areas in the western portion, northern portion. We have the Adirondacks and all that kind of stuff. So ticks and things are a huge deal, especially when you live in a wooded area or you have animals, all that kind of stuff. So Congress is investigating currently whether or not the Pentagon used insects, specifically ticks, as bioweapons between 1950 and 1975. So a representative from New Jersey, Chris Smith, has brought to the attention of Congress the potential that the Pentagon, through a secret operation, was looking to develop bioweapons using insects, not just ticks, but all sorts of different insects. And we've had reports come out recently where they're looking to use mosquitoes as bioweapons and implementing that and potentially releasing them out into the public. And who knows, what that could cause. So let's talk about this tick issue, and then we'll kind of get into the whole issue of the whole thing. So this representative went ahead and backed an amendment to the 2020 U.S. defense budget, which may force an investigation into the Pentagon and to this issue in general. There are concerns that doing this not only has the consequences of it being a biological weapon used, on the American people, which shouldn't be the case in the first place, but the fact that it could spread, bacterial infections. So we all know that ticks specifically are a huge carrier of Lyme disease. So not only do we have the issue of them carrying that, but if they're using them to carry more diseases, what could be the implications of that? There are also concerns that by doing that, if it was something that had been done and it was released either by accident or by experimental design, if that's the reason why Lyme disease is spreading at such an alarming rate over recent decades, and is it causing it to mutate so that finding a cure is virtually impossible, which we all know too well, how all different diseases, even the flu mutates, and then, the vaccines that you get for it aren't doing any good against this new strain because it continuously mutates. So could this have something to do with it? Could all the different things that continuously mutate have to do with it being released out into the public and allowed the breeding ground in order to mutate? Who knows? Probably. The truth is stranger than fiction. That's a huge saying that I believe. There are a lot of truths out there that are way stranger than things can come up with, people can come up with in their own minds. So we just kind of have to keep that as a thought in the back of our heads. The amendment would require them to tell us whether they were accidentally released or by design. Well, we all know how the government isn't very trustworthy as far as telling the American people things that have gone on or that are going on currently. They don't like to tell the truth. So I think it's a good effort on the part of this representative, and I'm sure the investigation will go through, but something will be changed in it. Information will be fudged just like anything else, and we will never get the full truth. So there's that. Lyme disease has been on the rise. There's about 300 to 437,000 new cases each year. So we'll see what happens with this. Honestly, like I said, I think they'll do the investigation if the amendment even goes through. You know, he presented the amendment, and then of course it has to be passed down to the president and he has to approve it. So we'll see what happens with that, which I'm sure he will. But we all know all too well that they will most likely just cover it up if it was something that was done intentionally, which I'm sure it was. I'm sure it started well before 1950, and I'm sure it will continue well past 2019. They're not going to tell us that, obviously. Well, we all know why they're not going to tell us that. I'm not even going to get into that because that would be a really, really long video. But I guarantee you they're doing it. I guarantee you they're going to continue to do it. And I guarantee you that they're doing it not just through the Pentagon, but all sorts of independent companies trying to cover their trails. So they have them disguised under studies of different things. And the truth will never be unveiled, unfortunately. And we need to be keeping an eye on, you know, our pets and ourselves, especially when we're out in the wilderness, and making sure that we're taking the precautions necessary to ensure that we're not being bitten by anything. I'm even scared about mosquitoes, you know. Not only do mosquitoes have the potential to carry West Nile virus, supposedly, but I'm sure with everything else that they're doing and all of the developments that they're making, trying to make mosquitoes larger and a weaponized insect, that they carry a lot worse things than just West Nile virus. So I make sure that I take precautions for myself and my family and my animals to watch them, check them, and make sure that they're not getting bit by different things. Because we just don't know what's out there, and we're not going to know what's out there. And that's another thing for us specifically as preppers as well. We need to be taking extra precautions if we need to bug out and we're going to be in a wilderness situation, because we don't know what's out there, and we don't know what was being put into these insects that are being bred in laboratories and then put out there to see what happens, essentially. It's kind of like a giant experiment. Let's do this and then release it and see what happens. That'll be fun. That's essentially what we are. We're just big guinea pigs. So, in a giant laboratory for them to mess around with and see what happens. So, just word to the wise, pay attention, keep an eye on yourself, keep an eye on your animals, and we'll see what comes out of this. But like I said, I'm sure the truth ain't going to come out of it, because the truth don't come out of nobody's mouth anymore, especially when it comes to government and things that could potentially cause loss of jobs, loss of funding, all that kind of stuff. So that's essentially all I have for you guys on that topic. I need to light some candles out here so I can get rid of the bugs. I have a crick right behind here, and the bugs are terrible, but I really like to enjoy the sunshine while I can, so I'm swatting away all the bugs. I need to get my citronella candles out here because this is crazy, and my bug spray. That's a huge thing too. Make sure you stock up on some bug spray, and keep applying it over and over and over again, because it does help if you get the good stuff. So, not the off-brand crappy stuff. Get the good stuff. Hi, Zeus. You saying hi? Want to say hi to everybody? Where's your Zeusers? Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think is going to come out of this topic. You know, tell us the truth or not tell us the truth.
Answer your phone, lady!
I'm doing a video right now, so you're going to have to wait.
Well, Brian's walking around the store like a lost dog.
Okay, well, I'm in the middle of my video, so he's going to have to wait. Sorry, guys. So, as always, always remember, everything does happen for a reason. Whether you're having a good day or a bad day, you're in a good situation or a bad situation, just stick with it. You're on that journey for a reason. Everything's always going to be okay. Also, always remember, forget about the past. There isn't anything that we can do about the past other than learn and grow and try to be better people from our past. We need to be living our lives right now. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We all could not be here tomorrow. So it's important that we're living and loving and laughing right now, enjoying our family and our friends while we're staying focused on the future. It's a little crazy around here. I gotta go, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.